Feature Friday.
The freshest.
So I've been looking at the comments, and one of you guys, well, not one of you, a lot of you guys were saying, "Wow, I wonder what they think of sort of. They've never seen sort of a dance from the Indian music industry or from India in general." And
Exciting.
yeah, we can check out dance. I saw sort of the conversation in the thread and all that stuff. That's completely fine. Ballet, actually, for some of you that may not know, actually danced to a reasonably high standard. And not sort of in Indian music or anything like that, but you know, so the whole
Professionally,
like commercial and all that stuff.
Well, I did a lot of stuff. Yeah. But
and then she snapped her back, and then she stopped.
yes,
We've told this story like 1,000 times. It's not funny. I don't know why I'm laughing.
I know it's kind of funny.
It's not funny at all.
It's
But that makes it hilarious.
No, but it's true though. It's like ha ha ha. Chase your drink.
Pain starts to cry. But yeah, so she, so Walucha danced to a high standard as I was competing.
Yay.
And she, so when we do check out dance and stuff, like we've done it for Indonesia, the Philippines, obviously South Korea, because they have such a big dance community. And we even had dancers on the podcast, so dance is more than welcome.
Yes.
We'll definitely do a podcast on this, but this got really requested. And it's India's Best Dancers, like a show.
Yes.
I think the person we're going to watch, Soumya, she actually won.
Oh, wow, amazing.
At this point, I think they were very very young.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking like below 18 type young.
Oh, nice.
So very
well,
impressive.
I'm actually not. That's not wild to think of.
In
I'll explain
dance,
to
like,
you
you always get
why.
those weird, like
I'll
those
explain to you why. In the culture of dancing,
prodigies.
No. In the culture of competitive dancing, you train them since they're like 2.
3, yeah.
Like, no. I'm talking like they can barely walk by themselves and you're already trained in flexibility and like stability and core strength and stuff. Because it's so competitive. So by the time that they're 10, they're to a professional, beyond kicking butts professional standard.
Sorry
right?
for the long intro, but anyways, go on. I
Alright,
thought it was appropriate to put some context.
That's not super crazy friendly dancer community, but
Still impressive.
Indeed. Okay. Oh, they had a click. All right.
It was like belly
nice.
dancing. Tek. Taka, 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 taka.
Ooh, all right.
What do you call that? Isolation.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, hello. Where the other one came from? I love TV magic. This is what TV magic does the best. It makes these shows from wow to oh my god, where that person come from?
Also, as always, we're always learning, especially when it comes to sort of cultural
Yes, 100%.
sort of dance. So if you do have any information, do drop it down below. Because as we always say, it's crazy how many people from different parts of the world sort of watch. So I'm sure we can all learn something.
That's right, but right here so far we're seeing a fusion of styles.
Okay.
So you're seeing a bit of like lyrical with that beginning, but it also had some like belly dancing type of like influences.
I didn't know Shakira took a lot of inspiration from India.
Yeah.
I thought it was just sort of Arabic influences. But
She has Arabic descendant, but roots, but
she took lots of inspiration from
a
India.
lot. Yeah.
I don't know who's who, by the way.
Me neither. That's really good.
Oh, sick!
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a lot of like commercial hip hop isolation inclusion in here as well. That's nice. Oh boy! They're very dynamic.
Oh, sick. What?
Yeah. That's amazing. I mean, hit me with a whacking situation.
What do you mean?
I'm telling you, there's
Lyrical.
a lot of. Okay, so
Because you're saying lyrical at the beginning.
oh,
Is it lyrical when you dance to the lyrics?
no, papi.
No, you tiny little silly boy.
No.
No, these are questions that perhaps someone else is having, mate.
I don't. Yeah. Okay. Lyrical dancing. It's more of a fluid-like movement state. It's really
Contemporary.
No, contemporary, it's too abstract, and it comes from ballet. It's
Go
like
on.
breaking the rules of ballet, right, basically.
Right.
But lyrical, it's more of it can actually lean towards acrobatic nowadays. It's very acrobatic. It's
Very body forward, sort of like
it's
what
very
you saw.
body fluid. That's how I would say it. And it's more like, you can do it to power ballads. You can do it to, songs that have a lot of emotional impact. There's a lot of elevations. There are a lot of jumps. There are a lot of high flexibility display.
So here you're sort of getting a mixture of
A
a bit of
lot of
lyrical,
things.
commercial,
And
hip-hop.
some type of like cultural dancing
course.
influences here, like belly dancing, like the isolations are very clear. But then you also have a lot of like modern urban dancing influences too. So it's like a big melting pot of a lot of things. You're not just watching one straight
God bless
thing.
your brain, because I would have never known that.
It is actually quite hard to break down all the styles that they're actually using, because it's a lot. It's a lot.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Nice! Woohoo, cool.
She has a lombriz.
No. That's so cool! Awesomeness.
Whoa.
Yeah, cool. See, those are more urban-like influences.
I love that attire, dude.
It's beautiful. Yeah, she's just very agile with her body. Like, she understands her body better than anybody else. That's so cool.
What the fuck?
Oh, hi!
Dude, her abdominal wall is mental.
It's actually pretty cool because in like belly dancing, not that I know much about it, by the way, sorry if it's not actually belly dancing, I apologize. But belly dancing is the closest thing I would have some type of like knowledge about it. And the actual abdominal wall, it's encouraged to be relaxed throughout the dancing itself, so you can manipulate the movement of the belly itself easier. But in contemporary dancing or in any other form of discipline, when it
When
comes
the
to
sort of
dancing,
isolating stuff, that all comes from your
core body
right?
needs to be engaged.
Yeah, so
She's actually working with juxtaposing posing techniques at the same time.
relaxation and
Just
then
like-
engagement.
Yeah, so she actually has an incredible amount of knowledge on her body and how it works and how to engage and disengage in given specific moments. And you're talking about fractions of a second.
Very nice.
So it's beyond impressive. This is somebody who's spent their whole lives trying to understand their body and practically seeing change within it.
But essentially, dance is sort of the art of movement, isn't it?
Yes.
The art of movement guided through music.
Yes,
So
indeed.
I wouldn't, it wouldn't be surprised if you're sort of one of these girls that began really young.
Definitely. There's not a shadow of a doubt. Yes.
And perhaps before she could understand the technicalities of the movement that she was doing, she understood how to perform them. And then after, she understood how to what she was actually doing.
And she would be able to describe it to you later on in her years.
Yeah,
As-
I had a friend like that. He was a tennis player, and I think right now he's like 353 in the world, something like that. So
cool.
he's doing quite well.
Awesome.
And I don't know if he would like me to mention this. I have no idea, so I'm not gonna say names. But him and I would have a lot of arguments because, in the sense of like, how can you not know what you're doing, you stupid mother? But he was born with a rack in his hand, basically. Yeah. In comparison to me, I wasn't. I didn't start at 2 or 3. He did, right? Mm-hmm. And he says like he was very bad at coaching because
he couldn't explain.
Yeah, because to him it was like walking. He's like, how can I teach you how to walk?
Basically.
And he would sort of lose his head.
Yeah, it's completely correct. And I see a lot of young dancers that grow up in the industry and they receive professional work really early on in their careers. But when you ask them or you try to explain to them how the technique actually functions and where the strengths come from or where the movement actually initiates, even though they just they just know where it comes from, they really couldn't break down a lot of these things.
He was also quite young, so I think back then he was a bit immature.
But that's one of the things that is really quite impressive, especially when it comes to something so physically.
Yes.
The understanding of the theory and the actual application of theory, it can be so isolated to each other a lot of the times.
Yeah.
And if you're like us, that started actually pretty late in the disciplinary idea of the technique itself, you actually spend a lot of time trying to crack down the theory because you want to understand it from its core because you've never really integrated it to your body before.
It's all the same as singing. Like it's like perhaps actually the most hindrance thing you can do is trying to understand all the vocal inner works of your larynx instead of attempting to sing.
That's right.
So-
when the basics of it all is just do
Sing,
it.
yeah.
Whatever it is that you're trying to do,
a bit
just
like
go
that.
for it.
Yeah, I agree.
In a safe environment, of course, but just do it. Yeah.
You've seen a much more modern. What?
See, but you see, those are the more isolated popping and locking type of principles. Whoa! Yeah, the cinematics are just insane. They help so much.
I mean, that girl's a star, dude.
Insane.
Oh, Jesus.
Awesome, awesome. And to be completely honest,
Yeah, she's a star, that girl.
and to be completely honest, can I just be completely honest? In comparison to dance competitions in the West, this is actually pretty mellow. But you have a way more stuff happening here. So this is like more intricate, more delicate, more detailed. It has so many different things happening at the same time. But it's not like jumping up from one side of the stage to the other and like 300 leaps and like 400 pirouette turns. And
if you sort of compare it to sort of like, the much like the American dance competitions, it's like 17,000 members and like 50,000 pirouettes, 12.
And not only
a robot comes out and then they time warp.
And not only that, but there's like given the fact that this is like a dance
Big
competition
TV
TV
thing, yeah.
stuff. Just watch the TV from America with the dance competitions with this same principle. You'd see that it's way more like flexibility inclined. It's more about how many jumps and how many things can you do. How explosive can you be?
Could be perhaps from the
Maybe
cheerleading
that's why-
culture of the US.
But it could be. It
Could come a bit from that. Gymnastics is such a big deal in the US.
I actually don't know where it might come from.
It wouldn't be because of budget. Like, it wouldn't be because they don't have explosions. Like the Indian music industry or the Indian entertainment industry, it doesn't like any budget.
Well, here you're seeing an amazing performance from production itself.
But it seems the focus is much more on intricacies and details.
Yeah, it's more detail, and if you actually pay attention, the angle of the camera is actually quite narrow. It's not so wide. So that also tells you a lot of where the choreography might be developing itself. It's amazing.
Nice.
It's really well done. But I think what amazes me the most is the understanding of the body components itself throughout the whole choreography.
I have a question. Perhaps it would be more appropriate for the next video to check out maybe something less modern. Perhaps something a bit more sort of classical
inclined. Yeah.
as we can then see the roots. Again, this is probably
more
a great
folkloric.
Yeah, this is a great idea for sort of our podcast, and we will do it. But let us know what you guys thought about it. And this is our first time looking at an Indian dance TV show.
That's right. Bye-bye.